cash grab.
Okay.
At this point, you know, it's just like, oh, I can make some money. It doesn't matter if it's yesterday, tomorrow, if I'm next week, if my business is still existing, I can make the money right now. Yes. So it's a cash grab for a lot of people.
I think. Hey, what's up, everybody? We are Just Two Women LLC. I am Stephanie.
I'm Seandra.
And today, we're going to be talking amongst various things about, we'll be pouring a little business tea today. And today, we're going to talk about longevity. These are some of the things that we have observed and we just kind of want to share and get your thoughts about, just get your thoughts about the subject. So we were talking about, there are so many businesses that you can find that are featured like online and through social media. And there's so many different outlets. I mean, even in the past, I'd say like 5 to 7 years, the marketplace has just boomed. And it's a free-for-all. So everybody is definitely everybody wants to be an entrepreneur.
It's a cash grab.
Okay.
At this point, you know, it's just like, oh, I can make some money. It doesn't matter if it's yesterday, tomorrow, if I'm next week, if my business is still existing, I can make the money right now. Yes. So it's a cash grab for a lot of people.
I think. Now let me tell you something else. And while I'm sucking on my candy, one of the things that I think. Okay, if you know anything about me, I kind of like, if everybody wants to go left, I'm like, I'm going this way. Like, I hate when there's like this saturation for anything sometimes. Sometimes it just rubs me the wrong way, but that's just my own little hang up. And because in a lot of areas, I did not see myself as an entrepreneur first. And when I saw people operating, to me, what I thought was kind of like low-level entrepreneur.
Shady, flim-flam.
Yes. When I said, if I'm going to do something, you know, I'm like, if I'm going to do something, I don't want it. I just didn't want it to be just so
trivial.
Yeah.
So trivial. And not that the ideas are trivial. No. Right. It's the thought process behind them and the intent of what it is that you're doing.
You know what I think? I think it's also the accessibility to mediocre products. And that you can just brand some mediocre products and, you know, prop up your tent and table and be like, I got a business.
Yeah, and you can wholesale from China, you can wholesale from all these AliExpress and all of that, and then all of a sudden, boom, you have a booming business.
Which I will say, I am not definitely mad at someone who has jumped into the cash grab pool and they are snatching up dollars. Like, I'm not mad at you. I just feel like that was not going to be us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not. And so we really just want to talk about longevity. Some people, and longevity and I think leverage is how you leverage your opportunities to move into other areas. And have, you know, out there, when you find, I think the first thing that I would say is when you determine, because also too, these sort of, we'll call them, you know, we didn't coin the phrase, we'll call them the cash grab businesses, okay? So the cash grab businesses, they were a deterrent for me too. I felt like I didn't want to do that at first. So I think the first thing is, but when I decided that, because it's a marketplace,
right,
which means that there's opportunity and room for everybody.
Absolutely.
So I didn't have to be disheartened or like discouraged because it was there, and it just felt like that was where, you know, even though people are making money, you see someone making money, but I think understand that there's only a niche group of people that are pouring money into that.
Absolutely.
And there is a whole opportunity and of other people that you can reach. So I definitely had to come to terms to that. Like, oh, okay, just because that is successful, that doesn't mean that everyone is participating or interacting with that business. There's a niche for everything. And it's just like, it seems big because there's actually some traction for their business. So
Right.
It can seem big until you begin, as you start your entrepreneurial journey, as you get behind the scenes and you start seeing how things actually work, you will find that it is not as big. And whereas they are being successful, and we're happy for anybody that's out there grinding, because no matter what your grind is, I think that is awesome. And that was the other thing too. I kind of was like, okay, that's awesome for them. I could then say that's awesome for them and they're successful, and I'm going to be successful in what I am doing, whatever my lane is, whoever my target audience is, and whoever my consumer is. I'm going to have a great relationship with that consumer, and it's going to work out. Yeah.
For me, when I take a look at a lot of the marketplace, there's a lot of distrust. There's a lot of distrust because of the cash grabs and different types of businesses that you can't trust the business return policies. I hear about large online clothing companies that have been messing people out of their money. You know, it really puts you in a place to say, okay, this is who I am. This is what I want to do. This is my business. This is how I'm going to run this. This is my area. This is my niche. I'm going to work that. My customers are going to be satisfied. I'm going to be satisfied. I will build on that. I will build lasting relationships. I will build up my business the way that it's supposed to be, because I don't want it just for right now. I have so many things that I want to do. And you may start off in your area. There may be 100 businesses doing the same thing that you're doing. And of course, that's a fudge number. But there may be 100 doing what you're doing. But as you continue, and you pick up your momentum and you serve who you serve, your customer base and what it is that you're doing, you'll notice, like, over time, that out of those 100 businesses, maybe 3 of them are still standing.
That's the truth. Yes, yes. So I'm like, okay, we decided longevity is our goal. Longevity. Going back to when we're building our foundation and we're building an infrastructure, we're building it with materials and tools that are long lasting and that will sustain us and that will leverage us into other business ventures and opportunities. We're using each business as a building block to move into the area of another business, and so on and so forth. And if you look, that is a similar path of most successful entrepreneurs.
Right.
Is that they take that and they build, and depending on how fast they can do that, really I think is resource. Is their access there, or your access to resource, but the formula is the same. So, you know, our motto is do whatever it is you want to do what you want to do. So you can do that, but there is a general formula. You may reach it kind of taking this turn or jumping into this niche or doing that. But there is a general formula, and that is building something that's long-lasting, building and making a sure foundation. How fast you're able to do that, I really feel one of the biggest ways for a door to be open is resource.
Right.
Yeah, resources. As fast as you can get resources and build that up, and resources is everything. It's not just merchandise, but again, your team is your resource.
Resource people.
Yeah, so you have people, and the more that you can spend and the more you can spend, I think, and the faster result you will get. So, and that is after you have, you know, picked a quality squad. So it doesn't, you know, and we're just saying like, okay, you're like, because when you have resources and even your squad, you're giving your squad access to resource as well. And that will make for, I think, it doesn't necessarily make for a better one. You may get a good product and it may take a little longer because of resource. You just may reach it at a faster pace. But longevity and leverage, we want to utilize these opportunities to leverage ourselves into other businesses. So think about what it is that you would like to do. If you want to just be able to get in and sort of like, you know what, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make my money, and it's not a problem. You know, it's not a problem at all. If that's what you want to do. We don't. Like, determine what you want to do. Determine if longevity is your goal in your day. If longevity is, then you'll definitely want to, building takes time. That's just my thought.
Yeah, it does. It takes time, especially when you want something that will last. You know, and that's the most important part, especially when it comes to entrepreneurship. Because, you know, some people you don't just kind of choose, oh, I'm going to be, it's in you, you know, to even have the thought process and to walk it out, or to have the forethought, is that a word?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
To even go about doing it. So it's something that's kind of embedded in your DNA. And any entrepreneur is going to want longevity. Anyone, because you're going to want something that not only makes you money for right now, that's going to continue to make you money. What entrepreneur jumps out and say, oh, I'm going to go and build my business, and in 5 years, I'm going to be back working for somebody?
Right. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Or because you have kind of jumped in like a cash grab situation, because a lot of that too, it's based on a fad
And a trend.
And when you are, especially when, and that's why I'm really excited, because sooner than later we'll be coming to you with a line of shapewear, which is something that I'm super excited about. Now, you know, we just had someone, so Kim Kardashian, she's just like jumped in the water, and she has just launched her shapewear line, which at first to me was intimidating. I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I have been thinking about this for a really long time and working on it behind the scenes. Now, because of resource, she's able to launch exactly what she is able to. But I know what type of product that I have.
You know who your market is.
And I do know who my market is. But also, if you remember, I was going to go on some of the same websites that we had mentioned and purchase some wholesale and then just sell them. Just slap
and I was like,
and she did. She said, why don't you just make your own? And I was like, because I don't sew. But as I was explaining to her, when I was looking at the options, I was like, well, these options don't do X, Y, and Z. Things that I need them to do, because I definitely, I'm the first consumer. I use shapewear. And so I'm like, okay, I use shapewear. And so these are the things that I look for, that I don't care who releases shapewear, and I don't care how successful somebody is. I have yet to see the details that I'm looking for. And when I've talked to real women and real people, and some things, like some of these kind of general things, like it doesn't roll down and all this other stuff, like that's already been addressed. But there's some, like, even when you get past that, there's some deep thing. There's some, again, longevity in the long wear of the shapewear that we're looking for, that we have yet to be able to find.
That also is another point, a key point that people kind of miss in the whole cash grab situation. They want instant results, but longevity requires, I'll say, a lifetime of building, a lifetime of learning, a lifetime of expanding, a lifetime of like really putting yourself into it. So, with her, because it's important that we do have a great foundation. It's important that then y'all, why don't y'all stop coming down here?
It takes time.
Yeah, and we want something that not only she'll have, something that will continue. I take a look at Max Factor, Maybelline, CoverGirl. I take a look at when they started those businesses. A lot of them were family owned.
Yeah.
They were, and it continued. They evolved and they broke out into other things, but they started something that will continue, and that their children, their children's children, they'll be able to sustain them throughout many lifetimes, especially if you continue to evolve your business and continue to expand it and add to it. So that was like really, really important for any type of business. And when you have someone that you care about, again, we're talking about community, we're talking about business partners. When you have people that you care about, when you care about your community, you want something that your community can be involved in as well. So there are many different aspects that we have to the businesses that we're working on that involve community. But it's really, really big when you really think about it and put it into perspective. So, there's so many different things you can do, but we definitely want to focus